Hello all, this is Trae and Cleo, and our career is a vaccine communication and demand generation officer. So what really is the job? Well, it's a 12-month position in Kiev, Ukraine, and the officer is going to perform basic behavioral research and is going to determine the issues related to the COVID-19 vaccination compliance. Based on this research, they are going to create communication materials and activities to increase COVID-19 vaccine acceptance and demand, and then they're going to monitor how successful these materials are and then share them with national stakeholders. Additionally, the communication demand officer will create news stories and social media posts to raise awareness about the EU's support and the achievements of these different projects that they're doing. They're going to create fun reports to tell country representatives. They're going to track all project-related activities, including what people say on social media, to make an ongoing archive of efforts and success and response from the community. And then they're going to develop presentations and participate in COVID-19 vaccine consultation meetings. Well, after reading the long job posting, I figured I would summarize what a vaccine communication and demand generation officer will do. And that's basically what the name is. You're going to create communication materials, research, news, and social media posts to increase COVID-19 vaccine compliance in specific priority groups in and around Kiev. Following this, you're going to track your progress and your efforts, construct a PowerPoint, and let people in charge of you know how it worked out.
So, what are the requirements for the application of this job? First is education. It is essential that the person who is applying for this job has a bachelor's degree in either communications, political science, international relations, social sciences, humanities, or marketing, psychology, or related fields, and it would be desirable if the university degree was at a master's level in any of the fields that were mentioned above. As for experience, it is essential that there is at least 2 years of experience in communication, preferably communication that is applied in a health context, and it is also desirable if experience in development and implementation of communication plans and materials such as social media and audiovisuals and web stories it has been done before, as well as a relevant work experience with the World Health Organization or any other international public health organizations. So some other requirements for the application is these important set of skills. The person applying for this job needs to have knowledge of World Health Organization guidance that is related to vaccination, communication, and demand generation, since they will be discussing COVID-19 vaccines. They will also need strong analytical skills, as they also need to have the ability to review and combine information from multiple resources, and they also need to have excellent communication, facilitation, and report writing skills, as they will be discussing the importance of COVID-19 vaccines. They will also need to possess strong interpersonal skills and have the ability to work across cultures, because the World Health Organization is an international organization that works with many different cultures. They also have to have the capacity to build strong working relationships, as they will be working with various people, and it's also really important that they have knowledge of office software applications. So, additional work requirements for this application is being able to follow the World Health competencies. So the person will need to work efficiently and effectively in teams, and this person also applying for this job will also need to respect and promote individual and cultural differences, since they will be working in Ukraine. So they need to be able to respect the individual and cultural differences of the people of Ukraine, and they need to also have strong communication skills to also produce effective results, as well as ensure the effective use of various resources that the World Health Organization uses. So, additional requirements for the application is making sure you have a background in a specific language. So, it is essential that the person applying for this job has expert knowledge in English, as well as expert knowledge in Ukrainian, because the person will be working in Ukraine. It is also desirable that there is some intermediate knowledge of another World Health Organization language, and those languages include German, French, and/or Russian. So for expected work comes of this position, the employee will have to support efforts in relation to the European Union and the Eastern Partnership Vaccination Project. This project was created in response to the COVID-19 pandemic, and employees will be able to accomplish this goal through the provision of assistance as related to COVID-19 vaccination communication activities. And the communication is focused on identifying the priority groups that need the vaccine at both the regional and global levels. Continuing on with expected work outcomes, the employee in this position will be under the general leadership and guidance of the World Health Organization representative and the regional advisor for vaccine preventable diseases and immunization program. They will also be working with the pillar lead vaccination in the country office, as well as the National Technical Officer Immunization and the WHE Communication Officer in the country office, as well as the technical officers in VIF, otherwise known as the regional office. So, additional expected work outcomes for this position. The person that will be working in this position will also work with the WHO's communications officer and technical officer to contribute to the implementation of behavioral formative research. This research is focused primarily on understanding issues related to COVID-19 vaccination uptake and use, and the person in this position will also work with information based on behavioral insight research and data, and they will also work with data analysis support from the World Health Organization regional office. And also this position is focused on supporting the National Immunization Program, Ministry of Health, and other important governmental agencies and ministries in planning and creating health interventions, communication activities about vaccines, and materials that are focused on increasing acceptance and demand for COVID-19 vaccination in Ukraine and other countries as well. This position also focuses primarily on priority groups to endorse COVID-19 vaccination and other routine vaccinations at the regional, country, and global levels. So it's expected that the person working in this position will make sure to endorse and promote the benefits of COVID-19 vaccines and other vaccines that are needed to stay healthy. As for other expected work outcomes, the person in this position will support and create and implement World Health Organization communication materials and activities that are primarily focused on supporting the acceptance of and demand for COVID-19 vaccination in Ukraine and other countries as well.
All right, some of the challenges of the position. You're going to have to navigate the diverse cultures that are present in Ukraine. You're going to have to learn the language that they speak, specifically Ukraine. They want you to know Russian, German, French. You basically need to be a linguist. The salary is not amazing, $37,537 US dollars annually, and then there's going to be a learning curve to determine what communication techniques work in these populations. All right, some of the rewards of the position. You're going to be an integral member of the World Health Organization. You're going to be in direct communication with the Ukraine government. You're going to help uplift critical communities suffering from COVID-19 infections. You get to live in Ukraine for a year. That's cool. And you're going to be a crucial member of a team assisting in reducing the burden of communicable diseases.
These are our references, and thank you so much for watching our presentation.